Hey John, this is Jeremy again. I wanted to give you as much of a preview, at least as I could, of this building back here. I don't have permission to get inside it yet. I'll tell you why in an email. But this one and that last one seem to be the best options I can find. This one's a little more complicated because there's several different buildings and each one of them is leased to somebody. So like this big huge building here with all those bays, that's not part of it. That's somebody else is leasing that. This building here in front of me here, that's being leased by somebody else. And then there's another one, another building in this sort of complex over on the other side of this building, and that's also being leased by a different company. But the big building in the back of all these is available. And it might be a good option, I don't know. So that little building there and a lot of this parking and stuff is not part of it. But if you see back there, that big bay there that says RH Boats, aluminum boats, that whole building, or most of that building, it's a 55,000 square foot building. That's going to be available here. So I'll walk over here and show you the access to that big bay door. It's kind of a complicated situation, I guess, because the company that owns this building, well, let's say that it used to be a partnership of 3, I think, and the owner isn't involved in the company anymore, and the other 2 owners have a real nasty disagreement or fight or something, and so the company's breaking up. So it seems a little tense. But so this is a view of part of that building back there. 2 really big doors there that go into big. I've been in this building before, and it has a lot of separation. Several different areas, like it has areas for painting, and you know they made boats, so they had areas for welding and areas for painting, and a big huge storage area. So it might be a good option. They said that I could get in there when you come up, but they didn't really want me to go in there without you. So you can see back there still, that's the building with that big sort of corrugated looking metal roof. It's a big L-shaped building, and they sent me the blueprint, so I'm going to email you that as well. This little building here with the hay is not part of it. And that little office there is also not part of it. And I believe that this parking lot right here, I'm not sure. Part of the parking lot, you'd have enough parking for your employees, but I'm not sure how much space out front here, if any, you would have access to. It'd be cool if you had this big area over here. If you could fence it off, that'd be nice. But in the back of the building, there is some space for storing stuff. Super tempted to walk in there and show you what the back is like, but it's such a foggy day too. But if you look back there, there's a big fence back there, and that goes behind the building. That's pretty far away, but behind the building there's some space that you could store stuff back there. And the nice thing about that is just about nobody'd ever see it. But that's the edge of that big building with the corrugated roof, and then it just keeps going back. So I'll send you plans on that, and you can probably imagine what it would be like. The one thing, I think this building is a pretty old building, and I've been in it before, and I wasn't as impressed with the kind of the electrical setup as the one on Avenue C that I just previewed. But not necessarily that's, you know, a big problem, but this building's a little more dated than the Avenue C building is. And they seem to be a similar price per square foot. Anyway, let me know what you think.